Hi, we're here at the back of the South Lake behind me here. We'll say a little bit more about that later. Surrounded by the sounds of spring, a chiff-chaff up in the bushes there. This is our setting for this month's Wild Watch. In this month's Wild Watch, Phoebe will be looking at pre-breeding behaviour in some of the ducks. Jay will be looking at his breeding newts. John will be in the tropical house. We're here with spring bursting all around us, but winter has really only just finished. The white-fronted geese left on the very late date of the 20th of March, a total of just over 170 birds with about 12% youngsters, so not a great season for them this year. The focus, of course, is on spring, with birds arriving now. Chiff-chaffs, San Martins have all been seen, and a lot more to arrive over the next few weeks. A really exciting time. The waders here on the South Lake have been particularly good. 50 avocets out there at the moment, all feeding away, getting ready for the breeding season. In amongst them, watch out for the black-tailed godwits. We've seen them all winter, but now they're breaking out into that gorgeous summer breeding plumage, so watch out for that. A highlight of the spring so far for many people has been here on the South Lake. 2 or even 3 gargany showing really well right in front of the hides. We can do an update on some of the regular features on Wild Watch as well. The cranes have been great all winter, but really good at the moment. They're paired up now and they're starting to defend territories. Holden Tower, that area, is still the best place to see them. Well, the kingfishers are back on the scene again. Here at the back of the South Lake, there's a pair prospecting, but most importantly, of course, in front of the kingfisher hide. And we've closed the windows there during this really sensitive periods while they're setting up territory and already starting to excavate new nests.
We're off-site once more in our breeding aviaries to talk about 2 of our most exciting species, the Makoa duck and the black-headed duck. These 2 birds are on show at Slimbridge, but you don't always get to see their pre-breeding displays, and so we've brought you here to have a look at some of their most iconic activities. During my daily rounds, it almost feels like it's the Makoa show at the moment. He has such a wonderful repertoire. The first thing that he'll do is to lift his feather horns on the top of his crown to show the female that he's interested. Secondarily, he'll start to souse, where he'll put his beak in either side of his breast in the water and blow bubbles. And then if she's paying attention, he will inflate his chest with as much air as possible and vibrate backwards through the water as he emits it, billowing his chest up as he goes. It's the funniest thing you can see a bird do. It's up to the female Makoas to decide when they want to breed, and so I would expect the male Makoa to be demonstrating his prowess probably once every 2 minutes all the way through the summer, and it will be up to his females when they choose to participate. Unlike the male Makoa's display, which you can hear from hundreds of metres away, the black-headed duck's display is far more intimate. You could compare the noise to a single droplet of water falling down a very deep, echoey well, and they will tie this in with what they call a frog display, which is just a very gentle, vibrating ribbit. The female black-headed ducks at the moment are finding this very unattractive, but the males are spending all day just hounding around the pen trying to prove they're worth it.
Today we're in the temperate breeding room and we're going to tell you about the Anatolian newts. But before that, a quick update on the mud puppies. This year the mud puppies unfortunately didn't produce any fertile eggs, which is a bit of a shame, but we think we've got to the bottom of it. I'm pretty sure it's down to the temperature. As you know, it wasn't that cold a winter, and I'm hoping to try and drop them below 10 degrees for a lot longer next year, so hopefully we'll get some success in the future. On to some better news though. The Anatolian newts are a species that we successfully bred last year, and they've started laying again, which is a really good sign. Anatolian spotted newts have featured before on Wild Watch. These are a beautiful black species with polka dot yellow spots, and those spots are to warn predators because they're poisonous. These guys are found in flowing water, rivers and streams, And when they lay their eggs, they lay them underneath rocks and in places of vegetation. The eggs are very, very sticky, and this helps them prevent being washed away after heavy rainfall. Last year, we successfully bred these guys for the first time here at Slimbridge. We reared up 11, some of which have already metamorphed, so they changed into their adult state by losing their gills. The others actually remained in their larval state and have still got their gills now. Very often, with lots of amphibians, they can go over winter and not metamorph and stay in the water, and they'll metamorph after in the next spring or in the summer as it warms up. So as spring starts to warm up, we hope to see more success with some of the species we keep in the temperate breeding room here at Slimbridge.
Hi there, we're back in the tropical house today. Always a good place to hang out if it's a wet, cold day. Warm yourselves up and watch the birds' activity. And it's not just outside where the spring has sprung. There's a bit of romance occurring here as well. The lesser whistling ducks are certainly showing signs of breeding. We've also got the African whiteback duck, and fingers crossed they'll breed again this year. One disappointment is the pygmy goose, where they seem to have had a fallout. The female's hanging out on the top pond, whereas the male is hanging out with his mates down here on the middle pond. Fingers crossed they'll forget the differences and kiss and make up.
For all you families visiting Slimbridge this Easter, join us for Dusty's giant duck hunt from the 8th to the 23rd of April. Thanks for watching this month's Wild Watch. This is a hugely exciting time of year. Things are changing every day. Just get out and enjoy it.